I'll never meet my hero. And I'm okay with that. So, many years ago, I saw an incredible speech by Matthew McConaughey. And the long and short of it is, he was asked who his hero is. And he was like, I had to go away and think about it. And it's me in 5 years. And so when the person who asked him came back and asked him 5 years later, and he's like, so are you a hero now? And he's like, absolutely not. Because every day you are stepping one step closer to being your hero. And your hero is one step further away. You're never going to meet your hero. If you aspire to be the best version of yourself, you are never ever going to meet your hero. But does that mean you shouldn't pursue it? Does it mean you shouldn't go after this, being the greatest version of you? And when I saw this speech, it resonated with me deeply. Like, it deeply resonated with me about that concept of your hero being the man that you should be. The man that you should aim to be, the best version of yourself. And I've seen different iterations of this across the years. And it's, the other one is when you die and you go meet God and you stand before God and he goes, I want you to meet someone. And he brings out a version of you. And he's like, this is the version you should have been. And when you meet God and you meet the version of you that you should have been, how close are you? How close to the best version of you could you be? And then I have always liked this concept because it's never about comparing yourself to others. It's never about trying to be someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. It's about who you can and should be. And always striving to be the best version of that. And I think there is something deeply profound in that. And, obviously I believe in greatness and all that kind of stuff. My companies have always been some iteration of this. My gym is called Steps to Greatness. My program's called 126 to Greatness. The overarching principle is called Chasing Greatness. Like, I believe in this concept of greatness and finding our best version. And greatness can be defined in 1,000 different ways. It's like anything. It's about what matters to you. It's about what's personal to you and what is going to inspire you, And I think also greatness changes as you progress forward. Because as I said, these concepts resonated with me well before this time. But now that I'm a father, now that I am that I have children, that concept has completely changed. I always wanted to seek this highest level, to be the greatest version of myself. I wanted to be an NBA player. I'm 5'10", so that was always an unlikely dream. But I liked impossible dreams, and I wanted to be in business, and I wanted to be a businessman, and all these kinds of things. And I dreamed of owning and running $100 million company, and these kinds of things, these great, grand aspirations of things. And when you become a father, I feel that your whole viewpoint and world changes. And yes, do I want to achieve great financial and business success? Absolutely I do. Do I want to be the best version of myself? 100%. But what that then looks like changes, because now it's about my kids. Now it is linked directly into who they are and how I can be the best version for them. Now it's about providing the greatest possible life for them, greatest opportunities. And beyond that, it's about showing up as the greatest version for myself. So when I'm with them, I am present. I am in the moment. When I was building my gym out, I was obsessed. I was never present. I, to this day, am grateful to my wife for sticking it out with me during that time period, because I was always off. Like, even when I was with her, I wasn't in the moment. I was thinking about how I could build this, how I could build something bigger. And I was always chasing something bigger than myself on that. And the problem was that I was living a shadow career. In that, I had chosen something that was comfortable. I had chosen something that was relatively easier to make money. And I was making good money, and I got comfortable. And I've spoken about that before. And it was simple, but I had to go through that first to get to this point. And I don't think I would have been ready, like truly ready, to be the man that I am and to do the things that I need to do with 126 to greatness, with chasing greatness, if I hadn't gone through those 10 years. I needed to become a father. I needed to learn those lessons. I needed to reach a certain point in life first. But this concept of chasing greatness is a beautiful one. And as I said, it has shifted. Now my entire focus is about my kids. It is about my family. It is about leading by example. It is about not just money, because money has its place and we need money for financial freedom and all that kind of stuff. But that money isn't the be all and end all. It's about being present with my family. It's about being the man I know I should be. It's about becoming my hero. And I will, as I said at the start, I will never meet my hero. I will spend the rest of my life chasing this man to become the best version. So hopefully one day when I, ascend up and I reach the pearly gates and I meet the man that I am supposed to be, that we are mirror fucking images of each other. That I have done the right things, that I have done the work, that I have lived my best life, that I left a fucking legacy, that I showed my children, not through words, but through actions, through my life, how to live a great life, how to lead a legacy, how to do it properly, and how to be a man of my word. Becoming the best version of yourself, becoming your own hero, is a never-ending journey, but it's a journey worth pursuing. And I've spoken about this before, and I think it becomes so much more prevalent and relevant when you do become that father. Because if you have a daughter, you will be their first love. How you treat them, how you treat their mum, how you show up as a man will indicate to them how they should be loved, how a man should act around women, how he should live his life, how she should be treated. That is what she will take from it. So who you are as a man fucking matters. How you show up every day matters. This is a really important factor, and you teach by showing, in all those areas. And then for your son, it matters on the other end. You will be his first hero. And hopefully he will reach a point, as I'm discussing with you right now, where he wants to become his own hero. That he's not idolizing others, but all little boys idolize their fathers at some point. It's just built-in DNA to, if you want to take it back to primeval, to learn off the alpha. And so you need to be the best version. He is going to learn discipline. He is going to learn attitude. He is going to learn commitment, keeping his word. He's going to learn all of these skills and detriment, and how he shows up is going to be based on how you show up, how you live your life. So teach him young by example that working out is a staple, not a punishment, not something to be dreaded, not something to be hated, but just a part of life, and an enjoyable part of life. Teach him that being fit, strong, and healthy, or both of them, your sons and daughters, is a natural occurrence. that we eat good food to fuel our body, not for punishment, not to lose weight, but to fuel our bodies, to look after our bodies. That good food, eating healthy, living a healthy life isn't a punishment. It's just the standard. It's just how we fuel our bodies. It's how we live a good life. And teach them to love their bodies and respect them. And loving and respecting is looking after. And it's one of these ones that has always annoyed me. That people view, eating healthy and exercising as an extreme way of life, as a punishment to it, especially when you're on an eating plan. It's why it's called a diet, and they call it restrictive dieting. And I'm like, why is eating good food considered a restrictive diet? Why have we as a society gotten so fucking backwards that how I eat is considered hyper restrictive? No, I'm just eating good food the way it was intended to be eaten. The fucking packaged, processed to the shithouse crap that lines our supermarkets isn't food. They have food scientists designing these things to be hyper palatable, to be low in nutrients, so that you eat more of them, so that they sell more things. You are being tested on, and the product is being used to generate more money. It isn't good for you. They don't have your best interests at heart. They are there to utilize you. It should just be, if you want to break it down to the simplest format, and even if you don't agree with me being animal-based, fine, so be it. I understand that as a principle. But it should look, at its most basic principle, meat, fruit, and veg. That should be the majority of what you eat. And occasionally you dip out. But we live in a society where that's considered extreme, where eating good food is considered extreme. And I think that's part of how backwards we've got. So yeah, as a father, you need to set the example and teach your children that that's not extreme. That's just life. That's just leading a good life. That is looking after the thing that provides everything for you, your body, your health, your fitness. Because if you don't have your health and fitness, you have fucking nothing. And I don't understand why I continuously have to have this argument with people that health is number one. Your health and fitness is number one above everything else. Because if you don't have that, you can't do anything else. And if you don't look after it, yes, it may take 50 years to get there. But at some point, your body will get sick and break down on you. You will live in pain. You will suffer. You will have problems. But if you want to live your best life, you have to look after it. And you are leaving stuff on the table. I said it at the start, and I had this discussion with people, and they're like, I don't think it's fair for you to say that you can't be the best father if you're not healthy. It's a fucking true statement. You can't be the best anything if you don't have your health and fitness. You are leaving shit on the table. Doesn't mean you can't be good. Doesn't mean that you can't do a great job. But you can't do the best fucking job. You can't do an incredible fucking job if you do not have your health and fitness. You are leaving stuff on the table. Energy output, mental capacity, the ability to do shit. People who are out of shape, who are fat, can't exercise, can't do things, are leaving things on the table. And you know it. You know it's true. You know deep down inside that it's true. You want to hide behind it in this concept of, I'm okay because of this. No, you are leaving stuff on the table. When you do not have the ability to do anything you want at any time, you are leaving it on the table. And especially when you have kids. They are going to miss out on things. They are going to be disappointed because you cannot do some of the things that they want. And you will make them sad. And or set them up for a life where they won't do the things. They won't lead a healthy life. Fuck, we have an obesity epidemic. And you see it in this time with their children. Like, I take my kids out to places and there are obese children. How do you have obese children? How? Let them run wild. Give them good food. Stop feeding them junk food. And this is the problem. And you set the standard. And there's this bullshit argument that, oh, it's genetics. No, it's not genetics. It's a predisposition. Because I must actually look up the statistics again so that I can cite them properly. But it's something like, if you have one obese parent, there is a 55% chance that your child will be obese. If you have two obese parents, it's something like 80 or 85% chance. It is not genetics. It is what they are growing up and accepting as the norm. That's what we are going. That is what we are seeing. And you as a father need to do better. You need to look after your health. Even if you don't give a shit about your health and your fitness and your physique, you need to do it for your kids. You need to step up and be the best version of yourself. You need to lead by example. You need to become your own hero. And that's what this is about. Become your own hero. Chase your hero being you, being the best motherfucking version of yourself that you can physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually be. This is what it is about. And you need to figure it out. You need to start doing better. And as I said, even if you can't figure it out and do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Become the best version of yourself. Lead by example for them. Show them what a strong, confident, fit, healthy man looks like. And they will mimic you. Include them in the exercise. Teach them that exercise is normal. Teach them that being strong and fit is normal. It's one of the greatest gifts you could ever give to your children. And I don't think that's a big ask. I really don't. You decided to have children. It's time to act like you want them to grow up to be the best version of yourself. And yeah, that sometimes means giving up things that you enjoy for the greater good, for them overall. That's what this is about. So, are you ready for that? Are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to take the actions seriously and do what has to be done? Because I know I am. It's why I get up every morning. It's why I do the work. Because I am ready to do whatever it takes to lead by example for my children so that they can lead the best life humanly possible. So, there you have it. Now, got on my rant, so I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that too. Now, if you took some amazing little nuggets from this, if you learned something, if my rant was funny or inspired you or got you motivated, whatever it may be, please, standard platitudes, like, comment, subscribe, follow along, join the movement, join the pursuit of greatness. And it starts here. And if you're ready to take the next step, the link in my bio, click that, join the daily greatness, and I'll be there every single day with things for you so that you can start chasing your greatness. And if you're ready to burn the motherfucking boats and go all fucking in, if you're ready to do whatever it takes, you can just message me directly and let's throw you in the deep end and see who you truly can be. Until then.